the other day we were talking about bumper stickers, and we were talking about what would be a good bumper sticker would be like, I have 4 kids, but only one of them is my fault. It's stupid, but...
I like that.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it makes it... Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Reno Nonsense Podcast. It is June 6th, 2017, Tuesday, 7:39 p.m. Pacific time. I'm here with none other than the Norbert Parrot.
What up?
Also here with our other co-host, Miss Andy.
Hi.
Last name should not be named because of legal reasons.
No, we can't. That's why we have to keep her off camera, too, just in case.
And also our very special guest, Mr. Sammy Solorio.
That was close. That was really good. Yeah. Like if you were drunk, like. Yeah.
If you were drunk, that was really good.
Yeah. Wait, do you roll the R? The Solorio?
Yeah, it's all O's. Just Solorio.
Solorio?
Yeah, just bam. Just easy.
Okay. Let me try it one more time.
Go for
Our very special guest, Mr. Sammy Solorio.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so usually I would put the stupid intro in here, but like I said before, the program doesn't recognize it. But I'm working on fixing it.
Yeah.
So that way we could hear it, because then everyone's like, "What is the intro?" Then I'm like, "Oh, I don't know."
Enter here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Reno Nonsense Podcast. Ladies, drop your panties.
So, Sammy.
What's up, bro?
Hey.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
How's it going?
So, if you guys don't know, Sammy's one comedian that he's usually over at the Pioneer Underground. He's like the reg.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, how you been, man?
Good.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I don't know, I gotta say, is The Negotiator.
The Negotiator?
That's a
Yeah.
damn
Who's
good
in it?
movie.
Samuel
really-
Jackson.
Oh,
Really good
Samuel
movie.
Jackson. Yeah, Samuel Jackson. He's like a good actor.
That's
Like,
why he's in everything. Like, he's just
Yeah.
a black guy in everything.
The first movie I ever saw Samuel Jackson in was a movie called 187.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good
that
movie,
was like
too. I like that.
was a good movie because like I remember I was probably like 12 when I seen it. My brother had a DVD thing, and he went to like California.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, when you come, like if you live in Nevada and you go to California, you come back like a little bit smarter. Because like this is like before the internet, but like he went over there and he just came back with like dope ass movies. There was I believe it was Heat.
Yeah.
And then the other one was 187. So I watched 187 first, but if you haven't seen the movie, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's about like
Stop right now, go watch it, and then come back.
Yeah.
Don't actually do that. Continue listening to
Yeah.
the podcast, get the view in, and then do whatever the fuck you were going to do.
Yeah.
It'll make you a little gangster. After
will.
that, a little bit.
Your
Yeah.
pants, for some reason, just naturally sag a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
more.
yeah.
You don't know why.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that because when the first time I watched it, we walked from middle school to the Walmart, and it was like 20 miles away.
Yeah.
And we tried to buy the movie, and they didn't let us because we weren't over 18.
Yeah.
So we had to go like borrow it from my friend's uncle, and then oh my god, it sucked.
Yeah.
It was a whole little gangster
weird like
adventure.
that.
Yeah, he made us chug a beer, and I threw up. It was like my first beer I ever drank. I was like in 7th grade.
What was the first beer you tried?
It was a Budweiser.
Oh yeah.
But I wasn't used to it. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna chug it like you do a soda.
Like a soda, yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's just like foam.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, nope. Mm-mm.
Because then it starts coming back, all the carbonation. The
Yeah.
first one I tried, because I was alone by myself.
Yeah.
And I was UFC was on. I was like, oh, I was craving a Bud Light because they shove it in your face. They have it all over the canvas.
Take it.
So I was like, oh, I'll buy a Bud Light, and then it was terrible. Like Blue Moon was actually like the first one. I like it's all okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it's always like that. So
Yeah, you got a point.
yeah. So, Norb,
What's up?
Andy,
Yes.
what'd you guys do over the whatever?
Over the
whatever.
what?
I mean, whatever could just be like right
Like the
now.
past, like fucking. I could really fill you in on like a life story, but that's whatever. But this weekend, we went to Saturday mid-afternoon. We decided to go to Carson City to pick up our dog. And we were told that the dog is in Carson City because on the website it's in the Reno location. If you don't know that adventure, now it is like 35-minute drive. Not a big deal. It used to be like a fucking adventure, like 2 hours. But now it's 35 minutes, pure highway, no big deal.
Oh, they used to not have a highway, huh?
Yeah, the old 395. Now it's
It's just a pretty much
the new
straight
highway.
path. Yeah.
Whoa.
And
It's
you-
gorgeous. It's a nice drive.
Yeah, it's an extremely gorgeous drive. If you haven't taken it and you feel like just driving, take it. But we went up to Carson City, bumfuck nowhere in Carson City too, because it wasn't like the nice part of Carson City. It was like the bumfuck near the prison.
right next
Right
to the
next
prison.
to the prison. Yeah, literally right next to the prison.
Like at the end of the freeway? Like where the freeway ends?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
where
and then you take
Fairview
a
is,
left.
You take
Yeah,
a left
yeah,
instead of
yeah.
a right.
Yeah, yeah.
And fucking over there by the prison, like by old NSP. And we get there, and mind you, this was 2 hours after we had already confirmed over the phone the dog is there.
You guys are buying a dog?
Not even like 2 hours.
Not even
but
2
yeah.
hours, like an hour. Yeah, it was like, yeah, we pretty much were convinced that we were picking up the dog that
You guys
day.
were buying a dog or?
Well, we were rescuing it from the
Oh,
shelter.
I see. Okay.
And so we get all the way out there. We get to the Humane Society that's there. We walk in and we're like, hey, we're here to see, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, well, he's in the PUPS program, which is like if you're from California, the pit bull and parolees, it's the same program. So they take the dog or like a brand new puppy or whatever they get from the shelter that's not trained, and they send it over to the prison for a prisoner to take care of, to train. It takes upwards of like 3 months or it takes a month. It depends on how fast the dog is.
Yeah.
So we get all the way there and they tell us that. We're like, we drove all the way the fuck out here for you to have a prisoner take our dog? I'm about to go break into a freaking prison and grab my dog.
Yeah.
So, we were like, all right, well, fuck it. We'll go home. And then we stopped by Fireside Subs sponsorship here. They're bomb. They're an amazing freaking sub sandwich shop right in Carson City, kind of near the heart of you about to leave Carson City.
Yeah.
So they're amazing. They're a little bit pricey, but definitely worth it. Their larges, I think, were like $11.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, but I mean, it's a big sub, and they definitely like if you get a brisket or something like that, it's loaded
Oh, damn.
with just pure meat. It's awesome.
Is it better than Capriati's?
I would say so. Yeah.
I would say so.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's a huge statement.
Oh.
Have you been to
Yeah,
Capriati's?
it's one of my favorite, the cheesesteak.
Yeah, it's got like the turkey, the Thanksgiving sandwich.
Yeah. But you know what?
leftovers.
I like, what's it called? Jersey Mike's?
Jersey Mike's
That place
is really
pretty good, too.
Where's
Jersey
Jersey
Mike's?
Mike's?
South Virginia, right?
Yeah. Like at Kitski.
Kitski and South Virginia.
McCarran.
Or Kitski
Oh,
and
it's
McCarran. That's what
way
it
over
is.
there.
Yeah, Virginia. Yeah.
Wait.
Yo, you know where the Olive Garden is?
Way over there. Oh, yeah. They used to have that weird Circuit City over
Yeah,
there.
where the Circuit City was. Yeah,
See, I mentioned
yeah.
Circuit City, and everyone's like, what are you talking about? It's like,
No,
there's
yeah.
a giant one right
If you weren't a
there.
kid that had like cheaper parents for Best Buy, like the parents that didn't want to go to Best Buy, they always
Yeah,
went to Circuit
the rich
City.
kids went to Circuit City. That felt like Circuit City was more expensive, right?
Yeah.
It was Circuit City, and then there was Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward, bro.
Yeah.
It's like down here.
Yeah.
I used to go and play my
used
mom
to
would
have
shop
it.
there for hours. I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
You can cuss, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. And I used to play this little skiing game. You'd go down and you had to avoid, but it was like the hardest game ever.
Oh, yeah.
What I miss is that when the Nintendo 64 first came out, and you could never buy it, but they would have the system hooked up, and they would just have the game just like on there for anyone to play, but like
Yeah.
it'd be in like a giant plastic thing.
So you have to like stick your hands in
Yeah,
like
you
you're
gotta
doing
go
a surgery,
underneath.
and then you're like, yeah,
Really?
you couldn't
Yeah.
hold the controller.
So
It's
you
like
have to, like,
nowadays
go
you can
underneath.
hold the controller and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
They would put the controller in a box. I remember that.
Yeah, you'd have to.
You'd have to like
reach in.
stick your hand in, and it felt
It's
like a saw trap.
Remember that scene from Saw?
Yeah,
Where they gotta
yeah.
get the syrup for some reason. She sticks both hands in there.
Like a
rather than just
retard
one.
instead of just one and push the blades apart and pull her hand
Yeah.
out. No.
Yeah, but it was exactly like that, except your hands didn't get cut off.
Damn.
Yeah, they say parental advisory, have parents aware that your kids are going to lose a hand today.
Yeah,
Jesus.
but the population is getting a little bit full
Yeah, so they need to bring those back.
because like almost I always hate it when I like drive to the traffic light. Like if you go to Winco Foods and then you get to that traffic light, there's always someone that's sitting on the divider, and I always hate being the one that gets the red light.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they're like sitting there with their sign.
Dude,
Yeah.
where I live on Keystone, I live on Kings Row, but when I go into Keystone, there's like there's literally like 8 dividers. And in the morning, there's like 16 different people in each divider, and then each corner of the freeway where you go on and off. It's
It's
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
It's funny though
crazy.
because like a lot of Reno, they have regulars of homeless people or people just trying to get money. That you realize like every other time you pass, it's like, yep, that person's a regular. You're not gonna
Yeah.
give them anything. Sorry.
Yeah, and then not
I
only that,
pity
they
you,
sit in
but I
between
don't.
each divider. So they're like, hey, you want to go to Keystone today? Dude, we'll make a little money. We'll just sit in between each divider so nobody misses us.
yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane, man. I hate like when you get off of, what is that, Plumas onto McCarran? Because it's a completely blind corner. It's
Yeah.
like McCarran just abruptly turns. So if
Yeah.
you're turning right, you're fucked. You
Yeah.
won't be able to see shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But
If you get out of the house often.
you know what's a place that like there's a lot of bad spots like in Reno, but you know what's not a bad spot if they had it? Fucking Montgomery Ward, because Montgomery Ward who has like the video game thing, but whatever.
That's really you mentioned that because I was driving past there and I was with my girl and I was like, "Do you remember Montgomery Ward?" And she's like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh, we should break up."
Right.
And she's lived here her whole life.
That escalated pretty
weird.
quickly.
It did, but no, we're still together.
Are these raspberry cheesecake
Yeah,
cookies?
there's raspberry
Oh.
cheesecake, there's chocolate chip,
chip.
and then there's like a double
like a
chocolate
variety.
thing. Way on the way
I
with
see
Bob.
that, and I'm gonna go to town.
Yeah. So,
Raspberry cheesecake, that's fucking awesome.
We just had food. How are you still hungry?
No, you gotta have dessert after every meal, man. Or you go into a
Dessert goes straight
diabetic
to the
coma.
heart. Dessert goes to the heart.
Yeah.
because like dessert, like it's very hard for me to say no to like if you go to Winco Foods and you have those blueberry muffins, the one that are in that package.
Yeah.
I eat all of them.
Because those
in,
things
like,
are
one
like
sitting.
super good. Because I weighed myself on the scale the other day. I weighed 205, so I gotta like slow down a little bit.
Dude, tell me about it. I'm the biggest I've ever been right now. I'm at 230. No, I was at 245 and I just lost 10 pounds.
Nice.
You know,
So that's
best
why I'm
way-
staying away from the
yeah.
cookies. Oh,
Good
go
for you.
Best way to cut weight?
Huh.
Lose the sugar. Like anything
Sugar.
sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar, orange juice.
Starbucks.
No, I don't go to Starbucks.
You know what I
Muffins.
found? I found
Muffins,
that
dude.
excessive drug use and not eating is the best way to lose a lot of
that's
weight.
what my friends tell me.
I'm not saying I do it. I'm just saying I've noticed that's the best way. You look at the mug shots and you're like, dude, that guy looks great.
Yeah.
He was like
You can see his
230 pounds and now he's 100.
You can see
I don't know.
his cheekbones.
I don't know how he lost 130 pounds, but he's looking good.
Everyone that's done heroin, they're always fit.
Like the guys from Jackass?
Yeah.
They were all on
they're
drugs and they got
fit.
like 6-packs and like
Yeah.
the fucking V lines and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I should just do drugs. And I did, but I'm still fat. What the fuck?
They've got that whole
It's always a
Yeah.
Well, and it's stupid too because they do drugs and then like a lot of people it depends on what drugs they do, but sometimes it has the exact opposite effect. You're like they look like they're Hulk right now, and then I go to do it and I feel like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
It gets frustrating when you try to lose weight, but then like you work hard for like a couple weeks and you still weigh the same.
Oh, yeah.
But then you don't even know if that's like if you're gaining muscle at the same
Yeah.
time.
Well,
while
yeah.
you- yeah, and so like it probably transition because like I weigh 205, but a lot of people say that I don't look like
You
I should
know,
be
I was going to tell
205.
you, you look like a,
Yeah,
you look like
but
a lean
I should
180.
be like around like 190, 189 around there.
How tall are you?
6.
God damn.
Yeah.
I'm 5'7", bro, and I weigh like almost just a goddamn
Yeah.
size.
Jesus. So when's the first time you did comedy, man?
Me, August of, I'm going on 2 years in August, so 2015, 16, I don't know. I can't.
And you're a
remember.
Pioneer regular?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, congrats!
Thank
That's
you.
pretty big step in a very short amount
Well,
of time.
no, and it wasn't really. It wasn't. It was a lot of hard work, but not a lot of comedy hard work, really. My buddy Freddie, you met him.
Korea.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
lives in Vegas now, but he started there, and we were supposed to start comedy together, but I didn't grow any balls for like 3 years, so. Supposedly I was gonna do it, so I started working at the comedy club as a door guy, seating people, and then like janitor and sucking people's dick to sit in the front row, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Then I got to bartend, and finally I was like, you know what, I got to do this. It was like I was working there literally like 2.5 years, and then finally I said I got to do it. So
Yeah.
I did it. So that's the only reason why I guess I'm a regular there.
So the regulars looked at you and they're like, "Oh, he's just the bartender.
Yeah.
He's not going to be funny."
Yeah, well, it actually helped because I was there every weekend, so I started to pick up on things like, oh shit, this guy's funny or this guy's not funny. Oh, I
The
started
timing on that
noticing-
joke could have been better. Or,
Yeah, or when people talk about this type of stuff or don't do this, And then when the first time I did it, I felt like I had a lot of, like when you study for a test that you think you're never going to take, and then you take it and you're like, holy shit.
And it's easy.
Yeah.
Easy to a point to where, but then the only part that's hard is like the beginning writing process.
Yeah.
And then testing out whatever the new material is, but then...
Well, I feel like he kind of had a jump start on that with working there for so long. He had to have seen he's got to gauge the type of crowds because he's like, oh, tonight's a bunch of old people. Like, this guy's going to bomb because his material is towards young people.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I could see that for sure.
Well, and that's why I started too. My first actual spot I did was at 3rd Street.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, I don't want to... I don't know. Like, it's not. I guess it's not really a big deal for fucking Reno, So it's not like I'm gonna offend anybody if I start at Reno Town Comedy.
Yeah.
But I felt like, no, I don't want to step on people's toes, and I've never done this shit. So I did it at. Not saying that 3rd Street's any less, but it's an open mic,
Yeah.
And people aren't paying to get in and shit. So I did.
They pay a lot of money by the time the night's up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually they drink themselves into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, especially when comedians have anything to do with it. Like the last time I was there, fucking one of the guys was like, "You guys should buy this kind of drink," and I was like, "That sounds really good. Let's do that." And then I realized that was like $60 in the hole by the time it was done.
That's always happens when you go to any bar, though.
Then you start buying drinks and shots for everyone.
And I'm a happy drunk like that.
Because like one thing they were telling me is like if you're doing like a stage, like a casino or wherever it is, it's like a big advantage to have like the waitresses and stuff, they like you, because then if you start tipping them, then they could go to the book and be like, yeah, this guy needs to get booked a lot more because he tips a lot really well, tells everyone to tip and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Like they get their cut and we get our cut and we go to Montgomery Ward.
And then last time I went to Montgomery Ward with Lionel, I lost a hand. This is fake. No.
No, see, that's smart, though. And I think I was talking to you a little bit about that earlier, playing the game like that.
Yeah.
Because even people that come into the comedy club, they don't necessarily. Sometimes I've never even heard their material. But if they're nice and you'd like not lovable, but just you like them,
Yeah.
right off the bat, it's real easy to start telling. Oh, well, you should think about this guy. He looks like he sounds like he's funny. Give him a shot. So it's true. Like you got to work. A lot of people think you just go in and you're funny is what's gonna make people book you, but it's not really. You gotta.
It's the work you got to put in. The work, the networking, and all kinds of stuff. Because like that's what I started learning probably about like 2.5 years. Because like some of the people that are not necessarily that funny, but they go there consistently.
Yeah.
And then they get a lot farther than someone that's like really talented.
Yeah.
They get a lot farther.
Well, I noticed that because there's a lot of like comedy specials on Netflix that are in pretty big places that the person's just really not that funny, but they have advertised themselves to death.
And it just gets, I don't know. It's like how I said earlier. It's one of those things, man. You gotta play the game. Get it right. Get it right the first time.
Yeah. Or the second
The
time.
game.
You just lost the game.
Damn it.
But it's times like this where you just want to just like every time when I like you always get that little bit anxiety right before they call your name. It's like ooh.
Dude, it's all the
But
time.
if you get the right intro song like DMX or something, it's just like fuck. I'm here, man.
Oh shit. Do you get nervous before you go on?
Probably like the minute to 30 seconds before they tell me to go on stage.
Really?
Yeah, and then like as soon as you say the first joke and if it laughs, it's just like, and if they don't, you just roll with it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that's the first time and last time I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm on the same. Dude, I get nervous. You have no idea. So like let's say on a Thursday night, our show's at 8. I get there at 6:45, and as soon as I set the bar up and I'm good to go, I'm fucking nervous. I start forgetting prices, and I'm just thinking my stomach. And it's every time. It doesn't matter what show it is. Every single time I'm pacing back and forth. I don't want to talk to anybody. You know,
I get like that too.
And I just start thinking like, and I already know what I'm gonna do. It's not that I'm like thinking, oh, what am I gonna, it's just this nerve. Even playing drum, I've been playing drums for a while, and then I get.
Yeah, I'm a drummer in a band too.
Oh, nice, hell yeah. What band?
American Slacker Society.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Plugs are at the end, but I get kind of the same way, but I usually like. The past 2 shows that we've done are at Shay's, and I noticed that the sound guy's always late at Shay's, so it kind of helps settle my nerves a little bit, because I'm like, okay, we're going on at 9. So then I see that, I look at my phone, and I see that 8:50 mark come up, and I'm like, okay, we're good. Every show. My first show was the worst, because I was so built up for it, and I was so nervous for it prior to the show. Yeah. Now I'm like, have a drink, and then I go, I usually like socialize. Even though our singer's very sociable and he socializes kind of for us, I do go around and I like check everybody out and I kind of gauge how they're gonna do and stuff like that. And but yeah, that 10-minute mark comes up, and then I'm built up so much anxiety that if he's not there by 9, or if we're not set up and ready to go by 9, it just all kind of drops off. It mellows back out. I'm like, okay, well, whether we do good or not, this guy was late, this and that. I'm just like, okay, chill. But if we play on time, I'm usually nervous as shit. Yeah. Up until we get, like, he says our name. As soon as he says our name, I just have to put it in the back of my mind.
No, see, and it's exactly like what you were saying, too. Is like, as soon as, it doesn't, I mean, sometimes, like, my cousin works there, too. He doesn't do comedy, but he runs everything else and does the sound. And he'll hook me up with some, like, music that I like for my intro. Yeah. That pumps me up, but it's not till I actually touch the microphone, it goes away. It totally goes away. But before, dude, I swear I would, if I didn't know how to control it, and I don't think I still don't know how to control it, but I would have like an anxiety attack, like a panic attack. It almost gets there, like, my fuck, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But it's the fun in it, I guess.
It's fun. Oh no, it's definitely, especially like with instruments and stuff like that. I've talked to plenty of artists. I've talked to famous from all the way to the top to all the way at the bottom. And I mean, they almost all have the same thing to say. It will get easier over time, but it's still almost the exact same feeling every time. I've talked to like people who've played for millions of people, and yet they're like, it's just as nerve-wracking as if I were playing for 4. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, see, that's the one thing that I'll get from most headliners is I try not to bother them, because especially like listening to podcasts and shit, you get to you know the game. It's like, okay, you're not trying to bother these people. They're trying to do the same thing you're doing, and you're ask them a million questions.
Yeah, because they get that all the time.
Yeah.
And then like if you go to like a restaurant and then like people bother them and that kind of stuff, it's like sometimes you just want to be a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So unless they address it, they'll see me like pacing back and forth, like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, dude, I just get fucking nervous. And they always, I can probably like 90% of them will say, dude, I've been doing this 20 years and I feel that way every single time. And then they say, stop. Whenever that feeling goes away, then maybe you should think about doing something else. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you lose that anxiety or that like rush, yeah, exactly. That rush, that's when you should be like, okay, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
One of the best things I learned, like, when I would have to go perform with horse shows and stuff like that, was it's just routine.
Rephrase, horse shows?
Yeah.
You rolled that into one word and it sounded like horse shows.
Wait, so what do you do?
Yeah, right? Let me know about this.
Don't question my profession. It's my living. I used to ride horses when I was younger, and I used to go do shows all the time. And one of my worst fears was being judged for how I was riding or how I was performing. You know, just it's part of your routine. If you screw up, you screw up. You just roll with the punches and you take that as your learning experience and you learn from it. Like, hey, maybe I should have done this instead of that.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I had to really learn to just, their opinion doesn't cut my paycheck for this show. Fuck them.
See, I think a lot of people feel that, because I felt like that too. That's why I think I didn't do stand-up for a while. And even now, I start to listen to my sets and stuff, or people will tell me, like, you do this and I have this nervous laugh. It's almost like like
It's
a
like
tick,
a reflex. Yeah.
and I'll laugh, but I sound like I'm high, and I'm not never, and I don't even laugh like that in regular life.
Yeah.
But I do when I do my comedy.
Yeah.
And I used to think like, fuck, people are gonna think that I'm hella cheesy. I'm laughing at myself, but then I'm like, fuck it. So it just became a part of my act. Like I'll just laugh like a dumbass.
Hell yeah.
And it's just like now I stopped worrying about it. I'm like, oh, this is just the way I do it. I guess it's not that I'm doing it on purpose. It's not an act.
You're not trying to be cocky or anything like that. Laugh at your own jokes. It's just literally that's how you perform. Now.
Yeah.
And
So
it's definitely ingrained in your DNA at this point.
yeah, definitely.
See,
Pardon me.
the way I started thinking about it, like it could get really, really bad, or things could go from bad to worse. But I start thinking it can't get any worse than what happened to Suge Knight. Because like Suge Knight, after he ran over that dude, right in front of the what was it, the In-N-Out Burger or wherever it was.
It's a gas station, no?
It was a gas station. That dude that was trying to open his door. Just like backed out and
Compton,
ran
right?
that dude over and he killed him.
Yeah.
I think his bail was like what, 10 million or like 25 million or some gangster amount. Can't get any worse than Suge Knight.
Yeah,
Because like he basically like owned Tupac in a way, almost in a way, to where like he owned the music, or like Dr. Dre's music.
Yeah,
That
Snoop.
scene was like, hey man, I'm out, but it's like, hey man, like all of it, all your songs, they belong to me. And then like he had that dog on the chain. Remember that? You ever seen Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
That's all I could think about was that
guy
scene.
where
The
he's in his
only
underwear.
The dude, that's
Yeah.
the exact scene I was thinking about the whole time when you said Suge Knight was the first scene that came. That's how good they did that movie.
Yeah.
That when you say a rapper's name from that movie, a scene from that movie pops into your head. And don't get me wrong, all of those actors, it had to have taken them a decade to handpick those fuckers because they look exactly to the T of all of the actors, of all the actual artists. Dude, Snoop Dogg's, it was insane because I looked up Snoop Dogg when he was that young in the recording, and I'm like, holy shit, they hit it verbatim what he looked like and what he talked like and act like, and he only had 4 minutes in that movie.
Yeah.
But still, that actor probably took them a year to find.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane.
Andy, who was Suge Knight?
I haven't really watched all of Straight Outta Compton, to be honest.
And do we do the slow clap now, or... God.
I'll do it for myself. How about that?
Jesus.
See,
That's
when you're with
failure.
us, you're gonna learn a lot of stuff that you like.
Didn't
when you're
know
around your
before.
friends, and you'd be like, they'd be like, who has it worse? Like Kim Kardashian? You'd be like, fucking Suge Knight, and they'll be like, whoa, who's Suge Knight? And then you're gonna school them. You're gonna school them.
You're gonna put them
Straight Outta
in their
Compton,
place.
Yeah.
verbatim. They look like they just look.
No, they
just like
straight up
Because that dude like was on top of the world for
Dude,
a while.
Dr. Dre's actor in that movie, they had to have done like surgery or something because he like I literally took a Photoshop and put them side by side and I was like, that is absolutely
Well, it's
insane.
kind of. I mean, I guess I can kind of say this because I'm brown, but like a lot of Hispanics look the same. A lot of black people look the same.
That I could see, but Mexicans, there's a couple of them. Like everyone I know named Pedro, they all look the same. They all act the same. They look the same. But
Do they take
Pedro,
big spaces in between each sentence?
No, they just like they're not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah.
Like every.
But they
Pedro
hustle.
man,
They work hard.
Yes.
They work hard.
They work hard, but like if they work at a landfill, they'll go through the garbage and then they'll try to find copper wire out of the thing and they'll try to recycle it and sell it.
I mean, that's a hustle.
They'll do that.
That's a grind.
Like Pedro's or Hispanics?
Pedro. There was this dude
Wow,
named
that
Pedro.
was. Are you trying to
We
get
used
on the racism card here? No.
We used to work at a landfill, and they were throwing away telephone poles.
Yeah.
And the telephone pole still had the wire attached to it, and it's like this thick around. So they would take the wire and then just cut off the coating off of it, take the copper and recycle it. And over in Arizona, it was $2 a pound. So they got like $400 or 400 pounds worth of just copper wire, load it in the truck, and then sell it to another guy named Pedro for $800.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it is Arizona. They're right on the border.
Yeah, it was like Yuma, Arizona is like 15 minutes away
Yeah,
from
yeah,
San
yeah.
Luis.
Pulling fucking.
Well, it's funny that you say that because my job, I work I'm a dental assistant, like
That's
a bitch,
cool.
and I'm
Just say it like a
I
bitch.
mean, I don't know. Like, I'm like the
It's an
only dude
important
there.
job, man.
I'm like the only dude, and like there's like
Please tell me you make them laugh while they have the fucking thing in their mouth and
No.
they're not supposed to laugh. That would be the first thing. If I was decent at comedy and I knew I could get somebody to at least giggle and I was a dental assistant, I'd wait till that fucking vacuum hit the back of their mouth and then just start telling jokes like crazy until they start almost dying.
He's like,
Just wait till it catches their
fired.
gag
Put
reflex.
the mask over and you'd be like, you think this is bad? Think about fucking Suge Knight. Think about Suge Knight.
Think about getting a
so
people's
funny.
elbow right now.
Oh, yeah.
well, we have the suctions, right? The ones that you can bend, and they're copper wires on the inside.
Yeah.
So I started thinking like, we just fucking throw these shits away.
Yeah.
Why don't I just cut the fucking the straw off of it and collect the copper wire and sell it? But I got lazy. I never did it.
Yeah.
I still haven't done it.
See, that's where the Pedros come into our lives.
Yeah.
What we lack on, we know we could make money off of, they do.
Because they would just sit in there during the weekends. They would just sit there, drink beer, listen to Los Tigres del Norte. They'll listen to that, La Granja. They'll listen to that and then just drink Dos Equis and then just slowly peel it off.
Now it's evolved to Modelo's. I've
No,
noticed
it's-
that's
this-
the
ones in
advance.
Arizona. They don't drink Modelo. They always just drink Dos Equis and Tecate.
Tecate
Yeah, that's
is
the only thing
more.
they drink. It's like, why do you drink Tecate? Pinche cabrón, because it's Canelo. It's Canelo, I say.
Canelo,
Carnelo.
that's new.
Canelo. That's all they say. It's like, it's Carnelo.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know any, like...
I never heard one Mexican say that.
Really?
Not Mexican.
Well, Arizona, they're a lot more different. They're like Latino. They're Latino
I
cowboys.
think
Yeah,
Latinos
cowboys.
are different everywhere you go, but I think they're relatively the same.
Yeah.
They always run into each other in the dumbest of spots. You're like, dude, you're at a gas station. Move along.
They're the first Mexicans I know that have that listen to country music. That they listen to country music, and then they'll listen to this guy named what the hell is it? Roberto Tapia, whatever his name is. But he has this song, but he's like the R. Kelly of like he has like that bump and grind, like smooth, like I don't know how to explain it without like listening to it, but it's there.
Yeah.
He's just by Tecate.
Oh, and when I said like a bitch, the reason why I turned around is because like I meant like a bitch, like when you're at, not like a girl, because then I said like a bitch, and only girls were never mind. Yeah, so Suge Knight, right?
Hey, there's that nervous laugh. She
Yeah,
might
see
kill you after this is over.
Okay, well, I didn't mean it.
No.
Shit. Because I said bitch, and then as soon as I said bitch, I turned around. I was like, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't.
You're
yeah,
overthinking
you know
it.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm a bad bitch, not a dental bitch.
I'm a dental bitch. God damn it.
That would have been terrible if that's like the title. Like if they take the word assistant out of like the human vocabulary, and assistant just means bitch.
Well, that's funny because I bring that up in the comedy.
Yeah.
In one of my sets that I do. That's all we fucking are, dude. We're just the dentist bitch is all we are. He does he might be busy, but we're doing all the fucking work.
Oh
We're
no,
in
I've
there
noticed that with like
suctioning
PAs and anything like that. Especially my optometrist. I feel like the assistants for my optometrist do like 10 times more work. They take all the measurements, they do all the testing, they do everything. He comes in, looks the paper over, and goes, I think I have a solution.
Yeah.
And then walks out. He doesn't do anything. He just comes in and he's like, I think this might work.
And they make a gang load of money too.
Oh, and
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
especially if you're a specialist doctor, like if you went to school for something specialized, oh yeah, you're done. You're rolling around in Ferraris or fucking Panameras.
That buying shots, that
It's the
Suge
same-
Knight
it's
money.
the same everywhere you
that's
go,
it.
though, if you think about it.
Huh?
Literally, it's the same everywhere you go. Like, every employee at Walmart is Walmart CEO's bitch.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, it's definitely in companies. But I mean, like you could go to a Family Eye Care. I think that's pretty like nationwide, like Family Eye Care or not Family Eye Care. What's the one inside Walmart?
It's not
Optometrist?
Primera. No.
No, what is that?
It doesn't matter.
Well, the one inside Walmart, it's like a huge name brand CEO-owned company. You don't think one doctor started that company, right? It was definitely a funded event. But you go to anywhere that has like optometrists or anything like that, oh, loaded, gang, money,
Dope.
Panamera.
It's a cult.
Yeah, I guess you're right though. I guess it's with everything.
So yeah, like I think if like Suge Knight got out, he's just gonna start over and just start selling eyeglasses. Just death row eyeglasses.
Dude, every gangster would have
It'd be
to have
like
them.
exactly like how the logo is, where the guy's on the electric chair, but he just has Ray-Bans.
Oh yeah, there you go. God damn.
You don't know who Suge Knight is?
I think.
That's why you keep prying at it. I was wondering why you keep.
Well, I want to ask you a question, but I don't know if I should ask it after the last
Oh,
comment
you
I
already
said.
brought it up. You might
Oh
But-
yeah, now
but
you have to.
What year were you born? I don't want to ask you how old you are.
95.
You know?
I'm 22.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Some girls are fucking weird, and I don't want.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
get a
want to
little
get
bit-
slapped like,
'cause, like,
asking you how old you are. You know, you look
Problem
young.
is, like,
No,
gross.
it's not nearly as bad as that comment the other night from that one guy at Shay's. Not nearly as bad. That was a little pride.
Oh yeah, no, there was a fucking drunk Mexican at drunk ass Mexican at fucking because you said the bitch thing I had to do the whole thing. No, drunk ass Mexican that fucking he was like the chatty type. So like he was like we're like telling him to get the fuck out of the bar. Like it's a little family there, and like everybody's got their own little fucking clique. And when somebody starts fucking with somebody else, the whole family gets involved, and we all kick you out. The owner doesn't have to do shit. The bartenders don't have to do anything. We all take care of it ourselves. Yeah. And so we told him to get the fuck out. We ordered him outside. He walks outside. The whole time he's talking, he's like, "But you don't understand." He's like, "It's because I'm not into the fucking rock music or all this shit." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't give a fuck what you're into. You're talking too much and you're belligerent and you're fucking causing havoc inside. Get the fuck out." And then he's like, he said something about kids, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I just want you off the property. That's all I give a fuck about. And he's like, do you have kids? I'm like, no, I don't have fucking kids. And then he's like, have you had kids? I'm like, no, I have not had kids. And then I'm assuming he meant by like, I have lost a child or something. And then he looks at her and asks, do you have kids? And she goes, no. The same question came up right after that. Or no, even worse, it was, have you been pregnant? You don't fucking ask a woman that, man. Like, you never, especially when you don't know. Like, oh my God, it took everything inside of me not to fucking put him out on the concrete. Like, and just make him bite the curb. But I realized that he was drunk and disorderly, and it had nothing to do with race for the people that are now like, oh, this white boy just said. No, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
it was the fact that he was drunk and disorderly.
You got real close to knowing what it was like to be in Suge Knight then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With the
Exactly.
Pedro, no!
I mean, there was that one Toyota Camry that passed by. I could have just popped him right onto the street
Yeah.
from the sidewalk.
We could have made him chase headlights, but
Because sometimes, like I do jujitsu once in a while, and then so like
I saw that.
Most of the people don't really know like the common, like the person that doesn't do martial arts. Like I know there's a couple guys who don't do martial arts, but they try to like mess around with me, and then it's just like, I can fucking ruin you.
That's why
You
I
know
don't
what I mean? Like in front of his family, in front of Pedro, in front of Tecate.
Canelo.
Tecate porque es un Canelo. You don't have to roll the O's, but I like to roll like every vowel I can.
That's good. Girls like that, I hear.
Just roll the O's?
Roll the O's.
Really?
Like,
Spaghetti O's?
yeah, like, that's rolling the ROs, though.
The R? Yeah, the R's you
Rose.
can, but I like...
But you said Rose.
Soloros?
The Canelo.
See, you're just rolling R's, dog.
Yeah.
No, that just sounds like you should be like doing the eyebrow raises. You do it too,
Because I
it's like
understand,
a
but
kitten purr.
Yeah.
I understand a lot of Spanish. So like when I hear people that can speak Spanish talk around me and I know what it is, I'm like, ay cabrón, sí. Even though C doesn't have an R in it, you still have to roll it anyway. Because it's just it's like
a respect thing, like,
I didn't know you were Italian.
Yeah, it's like
I didn't know you were Italian.
Neither am I. But,
Well, dude, I thought
Mexicans don't do
I thought you were
this.
Mexican, bro.
I don't know. We're just like no, I'm not.
He's
No, but I thought you were.
No,
like when I
everyone
first met you.
thinks- yeah.
But you know what's crazy? I went to Spanish Springs High School, and there's natives and Mexicans, and they fucking hated each other.
Oh yeah.
Really?
But when they would fight, the Mexicans would come up to me and be like, "Hey, we're gonna go fight the Indians." They would call
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm cool with the Indians, whatever, bro." And the Indian would come up to me like, "Hey, we're gonna go fight the Mexicans." I'm like, "I'm fucking Mexican. What the fuck?" They thought I was native, and I get that. I get either Mexican, Filipino, native,
Yeah,
or a
Filipino,
Samoan
yeah,
girl.
lot. Filipino. Yeah, Samoan I could see.
Like a Samoan girl.
Because you're.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
Because like.
Is it those eyes?
Because I'm small. I'm a small Samoan, you
Yeah,
know,
but
like a
Samoans-
girl size.
See, with Samoans, like they have like thick bones and like they have like thick skulls. And
Look at this shit.
everything.
They're-
I
all their
can
fists-
wrap my fucking. I don't got that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It was like
What year did you graduate Spanish Springs High?
2007.
Oh, so we're the same age.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we?
28.
Yeah, 28.
Yeah. What day is your birthday?
November 2nd.
Mine too.
Shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
dude. No, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Get out of here. For real?
What time?
I don't know. For real? Is it November 2nd?
No. I'm May 4th.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
See, that's another thing I've learned from comedians. I don't do comedy, and I probably never will. I wrote some stuff, but I really don't have the balls to get up on that stage.
Yeah.
I use those balls to get up on stage with music. They're amazingly good liars. Like, they are
Yeah.
ridiculous. Those and actors, and I did acting for a while. I did it for probably about 3 years. And that's one thing I really learned is, like, actors and comedians, best liars. Yeah, I don't know if you could date them.
yeah.
Well, dude, that's funny you say that. Because I got in trouble. I got in trouble even with like big ass fights with like my close friends that's why Freddie calls me Hollywood Sammy. Because I Hollywood talk.
Yeah.
Because I fucking just say shit that I don't like. Well, before I was even doing comedy, I would go to the comedy club and people would be like, "Oh, are you going up tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am. I'm closing out the show. I'm headlining, this and that," and just
okay.
talk shit like that. But and then I'd never say I was kidding
Yeah.
until finally I'm like, maybe I should start telling people I'm joking because they're gonna think, like, you know.
Because of like,
You start playing with it, yeah. And
You start like what you did, like what you just did to me is Hollywood talk.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, we're the same fucking birthday, but except you.
But that's not saying I'm closing the show.
I guess it's,
the comedian that's actually closing the show, you're talking to him and he's like, he goes to his bookie, he's like, what the fuck, you put this guy on?
Yeah.
Like,
See, Andy, you could do that with Suge Knight. Like,
I know Suge Knight.
Like, hey, he does the thing, and then you just do this.
Yeah, go
This could
like
mean
this.
anything. I sell
he does the fucking,
eyeglasses. It could mean anything.
you know.
But that's not why we're here. See, the Reno Nonsense podcast is about selling lies, but we tell the truth. We don't talk about Fight Club because it's an old movie, not because it's,
Not because of the rule.
it's an old movie.
All right.
But we start learning stuff about each other.
That's all I can think in my head is like, he still broke the rule. He still broke the rule, but he tried to cover it up with Hollywood talk.
Yeah. But
Meet you out back after this podcast.
you know what's
Yeah,
weird?
we just got a new host on.
I for the first time ever, I had sexual intercourse with a white girl, and I've been waiting for like 28 years.
Waiting.
Well, because
Segues.
I'm Native American, so it's just
yeah.
like it's our way of getting back at the man.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Mixed babies,
Did you?
yo.
Yeah, I was just about to say, did you impregnate her? Because that's the
No.
ultimate get back.
No.
Because then you don't have to pay taxes.
Well, he said intercourse, so I don't think he got that far to impregnate her.
No. Because you gotta be careful. You gotta have that Suge Knight money. You can't like go around and just start impregnating everyone. But anyway, this is something I learned because like everyone told me about this. They're like, white girls, some of them they can't take the D, and then some of that's a little bit true.
So you're saying
Okay,
you
so
gotta-
some of it. How is some of it true?
what?
Because like there was some truth to what he was saying. And
Well, who said that though? He was like Suge Knight.
let's just say his name let's say his name rhymes with Schmeven.
Stephen
Yeah.
Hawking?
But like no.
Do you think Stephen Hawking's chair ever talks back to him?
Probably.
Starts a conversation. No,
funny.
Stephen, I did not type that. I don't care.
But it was very awkward though, because it was like as soon as it was done, I just felt like a piece of meat.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Did you pay her?
No, because she was like,
No, you didn't.
You
pay.
didn't?
no.
Dude, that's what you're supposed to do with white women.
Oh, you're
I thought
supposed to pay 'em?
Yes.
I didn't know you
Oh, was
supposed
she
to
a
pay.
whore?
No, she wasn't. Well,
Well, now she
Oh,
is.
I mean, now you just made her.
I don't know, because it was just the rolls of the dice, I guess. Sometimes she just rolls straight sixes, and sometimes she just rolls straight sevens. I guess it really doesn't matter, but it was odd. What?
What?
You
I didn't mean to. I put my hand underneath my leg and I poked you with my arm.
He meant to poke you with his dick.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm just tucking it. So,
You ever walk in a court erect?
yeah.
Like you.
But I was in the.
Get wrecked, son.
Is that a fine?
I
No.
don't think so.
If you
I don't know. What happened?
Like if you like, should
I wa-
have walked into court erect like a kid.
I'm pretty shameful about this, but I've done it twice. Once for a ticket, so I didn't feel that bad because you have the big podium right there. The other time was like a big offense, and I didn't have the big table right there. I had to go stand like right in the middle and let everybody point fingers and judge. But yeah, not good.
know what?
Because I was falling asleep. You know when you guys are guys. You know sometimes when you start falling asleep and it starts going like, hey.
When you're falling, I think
Oh,
when
yeah,
anything, I
morning
tell
wood.
it's not even when you're falling asleep, bro. I can sit in a hot chair, like in my seat, like when I'm going to work or getting a ride from somebody, and it's hot, and all of a sudden I sit down and it's like, oh shit. So I got to put my backpack right here. People are like, damn, you really love your backpack. It's like, no, I just gotta. Yeah,
Gotta hold something
boner.
down. Yeah, exactly.
Gotta put this monster away.
Yeah, I gotta put this monster to sleep real quick.
Gotta put El Cucuy away in the closet.
Put him in a chokehold over here real quick.
That's for the record, white women are cool.
So okay, if you we can't. We have to address this a little bit. So was she a friend? Is she a random person you
Some
met?
random person I met.
You
Was
did
it
a
Tinder
one night
or what?
stand?
Like, what?
Was it a one night
Yeah.
stand? Holy shit, you
But,
and
yeah.
a one night stand?
Yeah. So
What the
like,
fuck?
So I don't want to
You're
get too
growing
much
up
into it, but,
finally.
like,
Was she legal is my only question.
yeah, of course
Okay.
she was. Why would she not be illegal?
I think
Because she's
age.
from out of the country.
talking about age.
out
Out of the country.
I think you guys are talking about the wrong. You guys are talking about the wrong race here, bro. You guys are
No,
confused.
she could be an illegal Canadian.
Well, she can, but nobody's gonna deport her ass, bro.
Legally, she's Canadian, and legally, she's only 16.
Well, she would know
There you
what
go.
like Montgomery Ward was.
Okay,
Like, let's
Suge
just say
Knight.
that.
Will she know Suge Knight?
She would know Suge
because
Knight.
we just learned that 1995-year-olds from the year don't. Some of them might not know. I'm not saying anything bad. It's just it was more my time, 1988. That's all I'm saying.
But
Nothing.
like still, like I'm 28, but I still know who Frank Sinatra is.
See, that's what I was about to say. I was going to say I
There you
don't
go.
know to make her feel better, but you said you do know. So fuck.
Like
That's fucked up.
I know
I'm
who,
out.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I know
But,
who
but
Johnny
that's
Cash
mainstream
is.
shit.
But yeah, that's-
mainstream. I know who Frank Sinatra is.
What about?
Dude, I'm sorry. If you grew up anywhere near the 90s, you should know who Suge Knight was because he was mainstream.
I'm trying
he
to help
made
her out
He made
here.
hip hop
I'm trying to-
mainstream.
But you have to realize, I grew up differently than a male did.
And she has horses and does horse shows. So I'm pretty sure she doesn't. I would guess she didn't know who Suge Knight was. When she said,
But she's
I
a
get nervous at
thug, and
horseshoes.
she. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
I'm
horse
sorry.
shows, not horseshoes.
Not
shows.
not horse shows.
Not horse
either.
show.
Thank you for assuming my profession. Just like you assumed my gender. Fuck you.
What is that? I'm a Ford Fusion in transmission. She pulls her pants down, and it's like a gear shifter.
See, if I had the money, I would still drive a Datsun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would-
Datsuns are cool.
Aren't
Yeah,
those
they're pretty
Nissans
cool.
now?
Well, kind of.
Yeah,
they
Nissan
were
Datsun.
No, Nissans were. Oh yeah, you're right. Because Daihatsu was Toyota.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Because
like, I
that's
would-
actually what my car shows up as. My
A Daihatsu?
No, my old
Datsun.
Nissan.
Datsun.
It shows up as Datsun.
Those are cool. Cause
How does it show? It's only a 91. Datsuns
No,
were like
it's a 99.
mid-80s. Yeah, those were like
It's,
Datsun was
it
the
still
mid-80s.
shows up as a Datsun.
That's still cool though, because it's just like everyone's just like. I always hope like you have a company like car wash and like sometimes the managers will do that. They'll be like bring a car and we'll wash it for you just to show our appreciation. And I just want to fucking show up with a Datsun.
Wait.
Yeah, can we back that? My bosses have never
You're a
done
boss
that for
from
me.
your work, or you're a boss
Yeah.
from a car wash and randomly sees
No, like a boss from like work or something.
you? When
They will take your vehicle and go get it washed, or will they
They'll
wash it
for
themselves?
you. They'll wash it themselves.
Oh, dude,
Wait,
I have to
why?
videotape that. If my
Wait.
boss ever did that.
Because I just told you.
I'm gonna
where I
bring it up
worked
to
and
Dale.
Rhymes with Schmamazon. So like,
Amazon,
yeah, so they get like a little bit more free time. But anyway,
No, they'll wash it for you at the shop.
they'll wash it for you on the parking lot. They'll buy stuff. They'll buy like because it gets hot during the summer, so they got to find something to do with their time. So they'll buy like tarps. They got garden hoses. They got all kinds of weird shit.
It's like an employee appreciation.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing?
yeah. So it'll be like so for like an hour, we're just gonna just do this just for like an hour.
Because you made it sound. Well, the only problem I understand it now, but you made it sound like your boss will randomly come up and be like, "Hey, good job today. Let me wash your car."
No,
Like,
they'll
what
announce
the
it to
fuck?
like a month.
Okay, I thought you meant like he personally told you that.
Yeah, like he would just come up and be like,
yeah.
"Hey, you know,
This is our
you're
thing,
doing a
like-
good
It's like
job."
the owner of a whorehouse telling like his prize tranny is gonna suck his dick for doing such a good job and pulling so much money in.
Yeah, we're gonna wash your car for that. But like, imagine like he washes it and it's just like
Dots.
Toyota, yes, and then it's like, oh fuck,
Wax off?
Datsun.
Wax off.
I haven't seen one of those since like Suge Knight was out. You know what I mean? And it's like shining that thing.
Rub
up.
it in, Lionel. Rub it in.
No, he's literally doing the motion while he's saying it too. Wax on.
Wax off.
Suge
Sand the
Knight.
floor. Sand Cornello.
Copper wire.
It's so stupid because like I like Carnello, but he doesn't.
You like Carmelo?
Carmelo. I like the
Like the
candy
basketball
bar.
player?
I like the candy bar, Carmelo.
Yeah.
It's super
Change his
good.
names, bro. Wait, so I'm confused. Canelo, Carmelo, or who?
Carmelo, the basketball.
Carmelo
player?
Anthony.
Yeah. Well, you said I like Carmelo,
Yeah,
so I got confused. Like, are we talking
Yeah,
about
because you said it
Canelo?
right after Carnelo.
Carnello. No, it's Carnello.
Oh, but you were adding the extra
Yeah,
little.
yeah, just to be a little bit more
I
precise.
see. All right.
It's not precise if you're adding it.
Yeah, but it's kind of has a little persona.
It does, but then it kind of change. It does change a little bit. Then
It does
sounds like
change
Carmelo.
then it changes the whole word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Some people can take the D's, some people cannot.
Like
That's
some
all I'm
people say
saying.
Taco Bell, some people say Taco Bell.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, I say Taco Bell.
Because he's a
Yeah.
retard.
You know when,
No, I'm a
like,
retard. Okay, just like let's get in the cab, let's get some coffee, garbage, you garbage.
Tacky.
Whatever happened to
Yeah.
that Chihuahua from Taco Bell? Remember when they used to have
Get
the
a Taco Bell.
Godzilla?
He died.
No, he's not
He's
dead.
fucking dead,
No, he's
bro.
not dead.
Dude, they fucking fed him too many tacos, and he got way too high off of so much coke.
Maybe he has
he
way
OD'd.
too money.
The Chihuahua.
Like a
movie?
typical Mexican.
No, the Chihuahua. There was a
Yeah,
there
but
was
the
a
Chihuahua. Remember the
Taco
Chihuahua? movie?
That's racist.
No.
Wasn't you don't remember the Chihuahua?
I
movies?
remember the Chihuahua movies, but I don't think that had anything to do with the Taco Bell Chihuahua.
I think he did. I think he had
Really?
played a part in it.
I thought he was a puppet for a long time,
But
just
then
because
it was
they
a
always
dog.
showed him like on a table, always sitting down. Every time you saw him, he was always. So I thought he was a puppet.
That would suck to have that job.
A puppet or the dog
Be the puppeteer.
for a Chihuahua?
Yeah, and then he doesn't even do the voice. Like the guy.
Somebody else does?
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody does the voice.
That's how it does.
He's like, cut, fucking sync up.
Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine like if like you're on a Tinder date and you'd be like, well, what do you do? I'm a puppeteer.
For what?
I don't do the voices, but I just
For
For
Taco
what?
Bell.
yeah.
For Taco
You don't sound
Bell?
nothing like
Okay,
him.
I've already decided I hate this guy. I don't need the other 30 seconds.
dating.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need the other 30 seconds of this shit. Can move it on.
So Suge Knight, how long is he in jail for?
I don't know until like.
I thought he got out.
out. No,
No.
Yeah.
his bail's like 25 million. Something like. There's no way P Diddy just has that and change.
Well, why would
P.
P.
Diddy
Diddy
owns-
bail him out?
Yeah,
I think
seriously.
I think he was saying that he was. I think because
Well,
they said
P.
it was
Diddy-
10 million at the time, and I
But
think
they hate
bails
each other.
were. No, but I was thinking like bails they work by you got to give 10% of the money. So if say if
Not,
it's
no,
a
not
million.
all of them. Not if they said.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
If
they,
it's
when,
like
when they
10
set it that
million-
high, they don't expect anybody to pay 10%.
Yeah,
they expect
you
them to
gotta-
pay the whole bill.
Yeah, they're doing it on purpose.
And then they
Yeah.
start, flashing that money in front of them.
Because that's
in
an
ones.
insane amount of money.
Well, that fool killed.
It's a lot of strippers.
That's
Who
a
knows?
lot.
He killed. Well, he killed
Strippers.
The guy.
the people that were supposed to be a part of that. That
Maybe.
whole crew. You know.
But like, well,
Maybe no, for real. He killed them for real. Like
there's
he,
no like like Snapchat. Like everyone's got a camera now, so you got to be careful.
yeah.
But like, yeah, you got to be careful. You never know
Be careful.
true.
You're quit
because
poking
there's
him.
cameras everywhere. Like you could just snap one day.
Well, see,
You're on
that's
camera.
my theory about ghosts and why I think they don't exist.
Because
like
we
to
have
hear
so many
this, 'cause I
cameras?
hate people that talk about
Because we have
ghosts
so
are
many cameras and everybody's taking
Well, check
pictures
this
of
out. Well, not
everything.
just that. So my theory is, on ghosts and demons and shit is, so cops were beating the fuck out of black people.
Yes.
Everybody, who cares? No matter what the fuck you are. People didn't find out until everybody had one of these, a phone with a fucking camera on it, right?
Yeah.
So don't you think that'd be the same case? We'd be seeing actual footage of ghosts, like everywhere, the way we see them. I mean, you see occasional things, and you never know if they're fucking real or fake.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything authentic, like where it's like, holy shit, or even has anything happened to you where like, oh shit, I could see a fight happening, and I can be like, oh, I'm gonna record this might get good. But I've never been like, oh shit, I hear a noise in my room, let me put my phone.
And then
Nothing happens.
It's easily to edit something.
Yeah.
To where it looks like a spirit.
So that's my theory on why I think
Ghosts don't exist.
Ghosts don't
I
exist.
support that because I don't think ghosts exist either. As a Native American, I think it's embarrassing that's involved with it because it's just a waste of time. Because like every time when you watch a show and the door just closes, I just think there's a draft in the room.
Yeah.
Like every room has a window open. Someone just didn't close it.
And it gets
So what
strong.
happens? So what are you saying when like somebody gets picked up and moved across the room?
Well, I don't
Someone
think.
could easily get a string and just pull it.
Oh wait, in a movie? Or
Yeah,
in-
like anytime. Like if I would say
Well,
if that
they have
panda
those
head,
ghost hunter shows where they're like in a chair and they get pulled across the room and
that's
shit.
a fake.
say if that panda right over there, that panda head sitting by my record player over there, if that just flew at me, I would think, oh, there's a draft in the room.
From all the way over there,
Over there.
and
No.
it skipped all the way to you.
Well, the thing is that it wouldn't happen.
Hit you in the face.
I don't know. It's weird.
If that happened to you and
Then
you couldn't
yes,
get it,
yes,
but you
it's
couldn't
not
get it
gonna
on
happen.
phone.
No, it was
but
not
what if
gonna
you?
happen.
What if
look,
you couldn't
the
get it on
camera's
phone?
on right there. The camera's on right there. We're all right here. And if it hit somebody, we'd all be like, "What the fuck just happened? This is authentic as fuck."
Yeah.
But
That would have been your cue to
But
go
it ain't
over
gonna
and
happen.
So then
grab
I
it
believe
and
it.
chuck it across.
I would
the
believe
screen.
it. At that
No,
point,
don't.
if that happened,
I've already mentioned it now.
I would believe it. I'd be like, "Oh shit, maybe I should."
But it's gotta be a
about
ghost with like huge jugs and she's gotta flash me. Or else I'm not gonna believe it because it'd be like they would know.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful
Pretty far.
out there. Because like pandas are extinct.
They are.
Yeah.
Pandas
so
are
it's like-
extinct?
Well, they're pretty close to me. There's like 5 left, isn't there?
No.
How many? how
They've
many
repopulated
Suge Knight
pandas.
killed them all.
Suge Knight killed them all. He didn't like the
They're
fact
all
that they were
involved.
black and white.
There can only be one. Phone check, nigga. Phone check.
I always thought that meme was funny. It was like pandas are not racist, but it says because they're black, white, Asian, but they still hate vegans. I always thought it's hilarious because it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupidly true too.
Yeah, because they hate vegans.
They
but
fucking
eat
hate
They do?
vegans.
because they eat them.
Or like vegans that wear leather jackets. That always
yeah.
like that never saw.
Well, they're not vegans then, right?
That just makes me think like,
You're not gonna eat the animal. But
They're
you're
just
still
hipsters.
wearing it.
yeah, or like, I don't know.
Well, because vegans don't eat or have anything to do with
Any kind of animal
cheese,
cruelty, dairy, eggs.
Well, not even
Well,
that.
so then
Not
they would
just
have
like
to. They would have to wear
a
pleather,
leather
right?
couch or something, you know?
Yeah.
pleather. Yeah, pleather.
Plastic leather. Gotta love it.
but like
Or
even-
polyester leather.
I don't know. Just something about it doesn't sit right with me because it's stupid.
Wait, what are we talking about? Pandas or
I don't-
vegans? Vegans, pandas, ghosts, or Suge Knight? What are we talking about?
I'm talking about all 3. Fuck it. They're like
Well, I mentioned
You
4,
just-
but
yeah,
all right.
okay.
they're all in this triangle category.
Yeah.
You know, like how you have that little circle and then another
Like a
circle
pentagram?
and another circle.
Oh, like
and
a
then you put
compare
all the
thing.
compare, so like panda,
Gotcha,
vegan,
yeah.
and then there'll be something right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
but-
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, racism.
Yeah.
What can you do?
I mean, how many times has the racist card been pulled out already today?
But I think it's cool though. It doesn't make it racist unless somebody gets offended.
Yeah.
None of us have
exactly.
got offended, unless you got offended.
Listen,
He got offended.
as an
I got
eighth,
offended?
as an eighth black
You're white.
man.
You always get offended at everything.
I'm not
I know
white.
you're not white.
I'm black from the waist up.
Yeah.
I'm black everywhere it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, wherever you think black counts, I'm that.
In the heart.
Yep.
Isn't there like a superhero named Blackheart?
Is there?
Yeah, you're the huh?
So about Suge
Isn't there a
Knight.
superhero named Blackheart?
Yeah, that's a porno.
He's like a guy. No.
No, it's Black Panther, bro.
No, there's a Black Heart guy. He's like, remember that video game Marvel vs. Capcom?
Mm-hmm.
There is a black heart in there, and he's like this big giant.
Did they
dude.
make fun of? Did they make? I mean, not make fun. Did they make up a bunch of characters on those games? I feel like I see a lot of things that I never like.
I would have to go through the roster, but I never heard of a black heart.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just their almost make fun of Black Panther via Marvel. Marvel.
Marble.
I feel like wrapping up this podcast.
Do you?
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god damn.
Actually, it kind of does.
Hey, we're about the hour mark already.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that flew by, man.
Dope, man. I was having fun. And, I was driving down here. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna say? What? I wonder what
That's
we're gonna
9
talk
times out of
about.
10. I'll have like a pre-prepped script in my head. I do want to ask you before we get out one thing, but I usually have a pre-scripted thing in my head, and it never comes out. Not one question on it. One question I do ask almost every comedian: what got you into comedy?
Oh, I hate this question because of the answer that I'm gonna give, and it's the whole cliche thing. Like, I was a class clown in school, and I was always making people laugh, and I was goofy as fuck. And,
Yeah, I've heard a lot of comedians make fun of that exact reaction.
yeah, there's people that I've heard comedians say that they never did that, and then most comedians that was pretty much.
They're like anti, because they were like, I was never funny in school, and I really didn't want to do comedy, but I got into it, and I actually killed it on stage.
Yeah.
I don't kill it anywhere else, but on stage it counts.
Yeah.
That is kind of a cliche
No,
answer,
so
but I
mine
do
was
respect it.
No, but I did. I got in trouble a lot, and it was mostly for, I guess, the attention thing, like trying to get attention, make people laugh, trying, be cool, whatever the fuck. But I've always been, like I said, I've been playing drums since I was 4 years old, and entertainment's always been my, bless you.
Thank you.
Always been like the thing that I've been interested in, I guess. I don't know, the attention and shit.
For sure.
And,
So you're definitely a socialist.
yeah.
So you're an extrovert, and you express it very heavily on stage?
A little bit. I mean, I'm not over the top. I'm not annoying, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then my friend started doing it, my best friend started doing it, and I saw how cool it was and how much.
And you started working for a comedy club, too. That definitely could
Well, the other
motivate you.
thing, too, was, my dream, since I was a kid, was to be a musician, tour, make it big, fucking Justin Bieber style. I mean, like Suge Knight and shit. But, then I started touring with people, and then I started noticing it's not about like what I want. It's like
about what
everybody else
Yeah.
wants, and not just that, but then you're dealing with people's egos. It's like dealing with roommates. Like you have your best friend, and you don't know what it's like to be with him till you live with him. Same way with musicians. Like I love this dude, and then all of a sudden we go on a tour, and it's like I fucking hate this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
4 different personalities.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just clashing.
And then you're out in the middle of nowhere with no money, nothing, and you're stuck with this douchebag. So then I started doing comedy, and I mean, you do make it about other people. Because I'm not, unless you're a douchebag, it doesn't. But at the end, you only got to worry about yourself. After the job is done, if you're in a city somewhere, you go home, you just worry about yourself. What am I gonna get to eat?
Yeah. Because if I could tour on a band, if I could make my own band, like I would have Mark Knopfler from like Dire Straits as the guitarist. I'd have Geezer Butler as the bass player from Black Sabbath, and I'll also have like the drummer from like the Def Leppard before he lost his arm in that car. Because like
you can't have him before now.
I want him before he lost his arm because that High and Dry album is dope.
Okay.
And then Chris Cornell is a singer.
So okay.
Carnello?
Yeah, Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
The guy that died.
Soundgarden?
Chris Cornell.
Gotcha.
Chris Cornell.
Carnell.
Yeah.
You say Carnello.
Yeah, Cornell.
He's just slurring. He said it the way he said my last name. Like he was drunk.
Solorio. What was it?
Solorio?
No, how do you say it the first time?
Solorio.
Like Solorio.
Solorio.
Yeah.
But it's
Solorio.
Solorio. So it's all blended together all in one.
It's Soul Oreo.
Soul Oreo.
Yeah.
That's how you say it?
Solorio.
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 Okay. That's easy to
Yeah,
remember.
I guess so.
A little bit of soul, a little bit of Oreo.
There you go.
It's like
Oreo.
It's like opening
It's a soul Oreo.
Yeah,
Open up
see?
Oreo with that song from Let's Get It On when Marvin Gaye comes on. It's just like, and then like that. I don't remember how the song goes because I can't think of it, but there's a lot of soul in it. That's all I remember.
Let's get it on.
Yeah, let's get it on.
Oh my god. All right, everybody. Do you have any plugs?
I'm at the Reno Talk Comedy Club every Thursday, Friday, and some Saturdays. Just go to renotalkcomedy.com. And then my band, Seedless Tendency, it's a reggae band.
Oh, that's
I play
cool.
drumming. Yeah.
That's dope. Because I like reggae. Reggae is like
cool.
so. Because I went to go see a Trail, and and their opener was a reggae band.
Nice.
It was dope.
Atreyu?
Yeah.
Atreyu, like the...
Yeah, Atreyu.
Like the metal band?
Yeah, Atreyu.
I love the... Dude, I grew up
fucking
playing
love
metal
Atreyu.
shit.
I
They
love
came
that
here,
shit.
and you weren't there.
Recently, right? Like
Yeah.
a year ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're supposed to
They
go to that.
came
I didn't
over.
go.
They came out to the theme of Game of Thrones, but they had a reggae band that opened up for them. I was like, what
That
is-
sounds real.
they-
That sounds like
Did they
Atreyu.
play Bleeding Mascara?
They played everything.
God damn.
Everything. And it was dope. The bass player jumped off the stage and he played in the middle of the mosh pit. But it was dope. I was like, oh shit. I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah. But it was dope.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to oh god, that Christian metal band, Memphis Mayfire. They're coming back for their second set here in Reno because they love us apparently, and I'm looking forward to that. I have a show next Friday at Studio on 4th. We're opening up for an amazing band, Murder Rock. They have their CD release party June 16th. Wait, it's June, right? June 16th. It's going to be at like 8 o'clock, I believe. Studio on 4th. That place has changed 100% since the last time I was there.
We just played there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's
dope.
like, yeah, it's 180 from the last time I went there. Last time they had like, I think lawn furniture for everybody to sit on. So like, it's really cool. They got a new owner now too. So come check it out. Drink a little bit. I think it's like $6 at the door. If you can't afford $6, grab a buddy who can afford $6 for you. It's awesome. And Murder Rock is such an amazing band. I also have another show on the 20th at Shay's Tavern. If you need to know any information about any of these shows, please go to American Slacker Society on Facebook. Also check us out on YouTube. We have all our shorts and stuff there too. We have really good videos. We have our Feed the Cat video. We're finishing up with the album probably the end of either this month or next month. We're going to finish up with the recording. Or we're already done with the recording now. We just got to do the touches, the paintbrushes. And go ahead and check us out. You can also find me on Instagram, NorbertX666X. And then you can also find me on Facebook, Norbert, Norbert, and Parrot like the bird, but with 2 T's. Andy, any...
You can find me on Instagram, rno.syns. If you're interested on Instagram, hit me up.
You can also find my stuff on, you can find our Reno Nonsense podcast on iTunes. You could also find it on the direct website. And you could also find whatever my stuff is on YouTube. And I think that's about it. I don't have any shows because I'm doing too much work because I got to make that Suge Knight money.
That's right.
So time to get paid, doing it old school, making bitches wetter than the end of deep side of the pool. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't really matter because, bye, whatever. Wait. Let me try that one more time. I'm just kidding. All right, see ya.